Welcome to the Loud at Little Show, a monthly variety show for caregivers of babies and toddlers. Join us for bounces, rhymes, and activities that you can do with your little one at home together.
So at the library, in our baby and toddler story times, we love to do lots of dancing and singing and movement and music. And one of the things that we use a lot, let me see, is a dancing scarf like this. And today in our show, we're going to be doing a lot of scarf activities. And so you might have a scarf like this at home. And if so, great. But if not, I bet you have something that would work. So let me show you some ideas. You might not have a dancing scarf like that, but in your closet, you might have a different kind of scarf. Anything will work. You might have a scrap of light fabric, or what about just a towel or a washcloth? That'll definitely work. You can shake that, right? You can play peekaboo with that. So whatever you have will work for these things. Now, one of the reasons that we like to use scarves at the library is that they go along with the beat, with the rhythm, and with the syllables of words. So if you're singing and you're shaking a scarf along, you're kind of learning about those parts of the words, right? The syllables of the words, without even knowing it, just having fun. And all of that stuff eventually comes together in helping your kid be ready to learn to read. So it's great, it's educational, and it's fun. So the first thing I would recommend is put on some music, get your scarves, and dance and sing. But after you've mastered that, I have a couple other ideas for you. One of them, you're going to need a paper towel tube or any kind of tube. And for this one, you get to be a bit of a magician. So things disappearing and appearing, being surprised, putting things in and out, always big hits for babies and toddlers. And for this one, whoa, what? Where'd that come from? So you're going to be sticking the scarf inside, which of course, if your child can do this, is great for their fine motor skills. And then making it appear. Ta-da! And that is great for object permanence, right? The idea that even though it's in the tube, it still exists. We can still find it again. And then that putting things in and out of containers is great for their fine motor development. Another variation on this that's fun is if you have a tissue box, an empty tissue box like Kleenex. I don't know about you, but I've seen a lot of kids who just love to pull all the Kleenex out. Well, if you have an empty one and some scarves or some fabric scraps, can stuff them in there and they can have their own. They can pull that stuff out and stick it back in all day long, and that's a fun activity. One other idea that's very fun, of course, especially with little babies, is peekaboo. You can play peekaboo with a scarf. And a little bit later in the show, we'll show you some peekaboo songs and some other scarf songs. So hope you'll stick around.
All right, so I am at home and I don't have my stuffed bear today. So today I'm going to do one rhyme with my little baby, my kitten Katara. So this rhyme is a good one to swing. If you've got a little bitty one, you want to hold like cradle style, you can hold him like this, and then I'll show you how to do it with a little bit of an older baby or a toddler as well. So it's going to go, swing me over the ocean, swing me over the sea, swing me over the garden, and take me home for tea. And then you can give kisses, or you can slurp your tea. Babies love all those cuddles and tickles in their ear, so that's a fun one. Now, if you're doing this with an older kid, or an older baby who's going to be a little more fidgety than if you're holding them cradle style, you can hold them like this, and either you can stand up and do a really big swing, or you can go back and forth a little bit. So you'll do swim me over the ocean, swim me over the sea, swim me over the garden, and take me home for tea. This can also be done with some bouncing. You can sway back and forth. That's a fun one. If you're sitting in a train or a plane, hopefully we'll be traveling soon, and keep baby occupied that way.
Well, winter is right around the corner, so I have a Snowflake Song for you today. This song, we're going to use our scarves or whatever you have at home that you can dance with. It's good for all ages, so preschoolers, older toddlers can do the move themselves. If you have a younger toddler, older baby, maybe you can hold their hand and help them. And even for little tiny babies, just watching the scarves, tracking it with their eyes, and seeing the colors and movement is also really fun. So this song is called Dance Like Snowflakes. I'm going to show you the moves, but of course, if you have your own snowflake dance moves, throw them in. There's no right or wrong way to do it. We're gonna make the snowflakes come down like this to start. Dance like snowflakes, dance like snowflakes, in the air, in the air. Ready? Whirling, twirling snowflakes, whirling, twirling snowflakes, here and there, here and there. Yay!
Sensory bins are a great indoor activity for the winter. All you need is a bin or box and something to fill it with. For this one, we used old beans from cleaning out the pantry and added some rocks. We also put in construction trucks to dig, scoop, and push, and then some scoops and some funnels. Sensory bins are great because they allow kids to experience different textures, to practice pouring, sifting, and their fine motor control, and to explore math concepts like measuring and volume. Another fun idea is adding soap and warm water to make a water sensory bin. We made a truck wash, but you could also wash baby dolls, play dishes, anything. Sensory bins are definitely an activity that you want to supervise carefully. Choose your fillings with an awareness of your child's age and choking hazards. And remember that young children should never be left unattended with even a shallow container of water. That said, I think you'll find that sensory bins are very engaging for young children and adults alike. Look around your house and see what might be fun to explore. Here's some other ideas to get you started. Rice, oatmeal, snow, shredded paper, water beads, cotton balls, sand, leaves, dirt, shaving cream, cereal. The sky's the limit.
Hi, my name is Krisha, and I'm a home visitor in Ottawa County and a care coordinator with Help Me Grow Ottawa. We help you find all things early childhood in your community, such as childcare, diapers, formula, preschool, developmental support, family fun events in your community, parenting support, and so much more. Just call, text, or visit the website to connect with us. Did you know that it's never too early to start reading to your little one? It's such a fun thing to be able to snuggle up with them, read with some expression, emphasize rhythm and rhymes, and choose a variety of books, including topics that your child may be interested in. Make reading a daily habit. Your little one enjoys repetition, so read stories again and again, and then again, and then yet again. And don't worry if your child is wiggly and doesn't want to sit still. Just keep reading. They just love to hear your voice, and books are so important for their development. Children need a variety of experiences with language, books, and print during their early years in order to start school ready to read. So start right now, reading every day, and give your child the gift of reading. If you have any questions about how to support early literacy with your children, give us a call at 844-233-2244 or visit our website at helpmegrowottawa.org.
So we know it's never too early to start reading to kids. But that begs the question, what do you read to a brand new baby? Well, the easy answer here is whatever you want. So at this stage of the game, it's all about hearing language, hearing your voice, being close to you. So if you want to read the newspaper out loud, if you want to read a chapter book, any of that meets those goals. But if you're looking for a book that is more specifically tailored to a newborn baby, I have a couple of recommendations for you. Now, the first kind of book that I like for newborn babies are books with black and white illustrations. So this one's Look Outside. And if you look inside the book, you'll see that all of the illustrations are just black and white, really high contrast, simple illustrations. And the reason for this is that babies' vision when they're brand new is not fully developed. So it's easier for them to focus on an illustration like this. They really like that black and white, those shapes, this kind of like visual interest and patterns. All of that is really good for their development. Also, really short sentences, not a lot of plot, easy to just flip through. It's all about the illustrations and this kind of thing. Another example is I Kissed the Baby. And inside this, you'll see also the same, like high contrast, black and white. This one has a little more story, but it's a sing-songy kind of interactive story where you're tickling baby and you're singing to baby. And that's perfect for even really, really young kids. Now, another thing that's really appealing to very tiny babies, other tiny babies. So this one is called Global Babies. And if you look inside, it's lots of pictures of babies from around the world. And babies are all about faces at this point. So they're looking at your face, they're figuring out facial expressions, they're learning about people, basically. And so they love to look at faces. And so books like this with photographs, real photographs of other babies, are really interesting to them. Another example is baby talk. And this one is about babies and their day. So you'll see babies playing patty cake, babies playing peekaboo, babies eating, all of those things that even really young babies can associate with. So then the question is, you've got your books. How do you read to little kids? And this is babies, toddlers, all the way on up, right? They can be really active, running around. It can be hard to get them to settle down and focus on a book. And my answer would be to just roll with it. So if your child, when you're reading, is moving around, rolling around, even playing with something else, but they still seem to be enjoying it, I'd say keep reading. We all know that little kids are just sponges. They're soaking up stuff even when we think they're not paying attention. If they're not enjoying the book, I would recommend that you set it aside, get it out another time. So because you want reading to be a fun experience, you want them to associate it with being with you, being snuggled up, for it to be a positive thing. So if it's not in that moment, just put it away, get it out another time. Just want it to be a really low pressure and fun thing. So it's a good idea to have books around, keep them so you're ready to pull one out if the moment presents itself, and just keep trying, because when you find that book, you're going to read it 100, 200, million times. Have fun!
Kids of all ages love bubbles, and just because summer is over doesn't mean the fun has to end. Did you know you can make your own bubble solution at home? You'll need warm water, liquid dish soap, and sugar. First, measure out 2 cups of warm water. Then add 1/4 cup of sugar. This makes the bubbles stronger. There's other recipes out there that use glycerin, which works even a little bit better. So if you happen to have that around, take a look, but sugar is easy to find and it works great. Then add 1/4 cup of liquid dish soap and stir. Then you're ready to blow bubbles. Experiment with what you have around the house to use as a bubble wand. You can use pipe cleaners, cookie cutters, really anything with a small hole. So in addition to being tons of fun, bubbles are good for getting kids up and moving, which is really important as the winter goes on and everybody feels a little more cooped up. Also, learning to control their mouths and breathing is great for toddler and preschooler speech development and for calming and focusing themselves. And even young babies love to watch bubbles, and tracking them as they float through the air is great for their developing visual skills. So give it a try and have fun.
One thing I'm sure you've been missing right now is going into the library and picking out books. Well, we'd love to help you with that. One thing you can do is you can go to our online catalog and place holds there for specific titles, or if there's an author you really love, type their name in, Mo Willems, anything like that, and then you can place books on hold that way. Another option is to just give us a call, especially if you're looking for board books. They can be hard to place on hold through our online catalog. You can give us a call at 616-850-6916. We can set aside a certain amount of books for you, and then you can come and pick those up as well. One thing to note is that you can also get a hold of us through email. Our email is ys_ref@loutitlibrary.org, or you can send us a chat on our website. Our little chat is in the lower right-hand corner of the screen, or you can send us a message on Facebook Messenger, and we would love to assist you.
I have a couple of scarf songs for you today. These are some of our favorites from baby and toddler storytime at the library. And the first one's very silly. It's called My Scarf is on My Head. It goes like this. My scarf is on my head, my scarf is on my head. Hi-ho the dairy-o, my scarf is on my head. Whoop! And of course, anything on your head is just comedic gold for a toddler. But there's some other moves you can do too, like what about if your kiddo can mimic you and go side to side. My scarf goes side to side, my scarf goes side to side. Hi-ho the dairy-o, my scarf goes side to side. Or, what about this one? My scarf goes shake, shake, shake. My scarf goes shake, shake, shake. Hi-ho the dairy-o, my scarf goes shake, shake, shake. And my very favorite is this. My scarf is in the air, whee! My scarf is in the air. Hi-ho the dairy-o, my scarf is in the air, whee! And of course, you could come up with all kinds of moves, and I bet some of your kids could come up with their own dance moves as well. Now, if you have a younger child, like a baby who likes to play peekaboo, you can incorporate a scarf into that as well. So maybe you're doing peekaboo, covering up baby's eyes with a scarf, or turned around, you could cover up your face with the scarf. Peekaboo! So here's the peekaboo song for you. Peekaboo, peekaboo, I see you, I see you, I see your button nose, I see your tiny toes. Peekaboo, I see you, yay! And of course, you probably recognize those tunes, and the words aren't really anything particularly special, but I would recommend that you see how you can incorporate singing and songs into your day. It's great for a number of reasons. It is great for your kiddos' brains as they start to learn language and how words go together. It makes things more fun. So if you're singing about getting dressed, brushing your teeth, all those things, it's just a fun way to pass the time and make some of those things go a little bit more smoothly. And if you're thinking, I don't have a great voice, I am not a good singer, don't worry about it, because to your child, your voice is one of their very favorite things, and trust me, they're not worried about how you sound. So I encourage you, don't worry about it, and just sing through your day.
Well, that's it for the Loud at Littles show. Thank you so much for joining us, and I hope you tune in next month for more fun.
If there's anything you'd like to see, please leave a comment or feel free to send us a message. We'd love to help support you during this crazy time.